class, this recorded lecture is to assist you with Lab 5.1. For this week's assignment, we are going to go over sections 1 and 2 for that assignment. So the first thing you'll need to do is open up the Excel data file, the CHF data. It's the same data set that we used in last week's lab assignment. This time we're just doing a little bit of different manipulation to the data and looking at some different information. In your textbook this week, it focuses on the one sample t-test, which is looking at the mean or the average of certain variables in our data set. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. So for sections 1 and sections 2, you're looking at descriptive statistics and what's the best statistic, mean, median, or mode for certain variables in our data set. So you should already know from your reading and from previous math experience how to calculate the mean, median, and mode. But we're going to kind of go over that, and we're going to go over a little bit easier way to get the information that we're wanting, because we can use that descriptive statistics option in our data analysis tool pack that gives us the information much easier than calculating it on our own. We can always use a formula that Excel provides. Excel, you can do any formula by doing the equal sign, and let's say we want to find the average of something or the mean. We can type that in. Always start your formulas with an equal sign. We talked about that last week. Double click, and then it opens that parentheses, and say we're wanting to look at average or the mean of the length of stay. We could select that whole field of length of stay. And we need to close our parentheses, and we can click enter, and we see that if we were just rounding to a couple of decimal places, that our average length of stay for our entire data set is 6.99. So for section 1 of our assignment, it's asking us to calculate the mean, median, and mode for length of stay and total charge. So if you'll notice in our data set, we don't have a field or a variable labeled as total charge. So that's something that we have to calculate ahead of time. So first, let's start off by calculating the mean, median, and mode for length of stay. Again, you can do it by creating a formula, equal sign, mode. We want a single mode. And remember, it opens up those parentheses. We don't want to include the label. We want to get everything in our data set. And we want to close our parentheses. And we can see that the mode is 4. But a much easier way to do this is using our data analysis tool pack. I think your instructions tell you to go ahead and sort the information in ascending order. So let's do that. Click in the first cell of length of stay, sort and filter, sort smallest to largest, and that's going to sort everything. The reason why we're doing that is we want to look to see here in a little bit if there's any extreme outliers, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. So if you click your Data tab, click your Data Analysis Tool Pack, what you should have added last week when you were doing your appendix assignments. Okay, it's going to give us this pop-up box for descriptive statistics. That's what we want. So we're going to click OK. And we want to know what our input range is. So we want our length of stay, and we can include our label in the first row. So we're going to go all the way through and include all that information. Okay, and now we want to make sure that we click our label is in the first row. That's going to label our output, and then we're going to choose an output range. And I'm going to shrink that, and I'm going to have it put that information right here. Open that back up, and I want summary statistics, I want confidence level for the mean, I want the largest, and I want the smallest. And I'm going to click OK. And if you'll notice, this populates a table. Again, this should be familiar from the assignment that you completed last week. And if you'll notice, it gives us our mean, it gives us our median, it gives us our mode, which are all the three things that it's asking for in our assignment. Okay, so when you submit your assignment, I want to see that you've calculated or you've completed your descriptive statistics for the length of stay, and I want you to highlight the mean, the median, and the mode. I do not want you to submit your Excel file to the Dropbox. I want you to copy and paste the information into a Word document and label what you have. Okay. And the next thing it's asking you to do is, the first thing it's asking you to do is calculate the mean, median, and mode. The next thing it asks you to do is to calculate the mean, median, and mode, excluding the maximum value. Remember, we just sorted the information from smallest to largest. So now, oh, went too far. So now what we're going to do is we are going to do the same descriptive statistics, data analysis, descriptive statistics. We are going to do the same range, except we're going to exclude the largest value. So that should be our last value. Okay, and it looks like 47 is our largest value. So, and again, we want all the same information, but we don't want it to output in the same frame, in the same cell. We want it to output in a different cell. So click a different box there. And again, we want to list them side by side so we can compare. Okay, you kind of have to open these up so that you can see the information. And again, here is our mean, our median and mode, and this is excluding our maximum value. So if we'll notice, our median didn't change, our mode didn't change, but what changed? Our mean changed a little. So it asks you a few questions. What changed the most and why? We did length of stay first, but you're also going to need to do it for total charge. So in order to calculate total charge, we need to create a formula, equal sign, our total accommodations charge, plus our total department charge. That's our total charge. And then we need to copy that formula down through our entire data set. Now it's going to give us total charge for all of the patients in our data. And then so what you'll need to do now is to do descriptive statistics, data, descriptive statistics, data analysis, descriptive statistics, and we're going to look at total charge. So you'll have to highlight that entire row. And we want to make sure our output is in a different range. And all of our same information. Okay, so you should show me your outputs for each of these. Again, here's our mean, our median, and our mode. And then remember, if we want to exclude that maximum value for the second part, we are going to sort. We're sorting them smallest to largest. And then we're going to do the descriptive statistics for this column as well, and we're going to look at the same information. What changed the most, the mean, the median, or the mode? So you should be able to complete that for length of stay, for total charge. Then you need to answer number 6. What do you think is the best statistic, mean, median, or mode, to describe the typical variable for those things? Length of stay, admissions, admission source, gender, and discharge status. Okay, and for section 2, we're looking at range of length of stay and variance. And again, something to remember here. I don't know why that did that. Something to remember here is the variance is also going to be calculated in your descriptive statistics. Your instructions show you how to do that by using an Excel formula, but your descriptive statistics also gives you the variance. And for range, you're looking for the difference between the maximum value and the minimum value. And again, your instructions give you the formula, the Excel formula to use for that. But the easier way to do that is to take your maximum value and subtract your minimum value. That's going to be your range. But you can always do it by doing the calculation, or the Excel, by doing the Excel formulas outlined in your instructions. I'm not going to count off either way. If it doesn't make a difference which way you do them. But you should copy and paste all 4 of your descriptive statistics in your homework assignment. It's simple to copy and paste it, highlight it, right-click, copy, open a Word document, open your Word document, your assignment submission, right-click and paste. That's going to be sections 1 and sections 2 of your assignment. I don't think this portion of the assignment is too difficult, but if you have problems or you're unsure of how to do something, please let me know. The recording will be available to you throughout the week, so you have the opportunity to watch it multiple times. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know.